Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, May 10th, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. About 3 weeks from now, all the attention in the bodybuilding world will shift north of the border for another action-packed weekend at the Toronto Pro. And it looks like it might be time for Charles Dixon to start checking up on how he's going to get his trophy through customs. Late last week, some new video leaked from the Dixon camp that shows the perennial Olympian looking like he's one of the early frontrunners for the 212 title. Despite a solid run at the Arnold to start his season, Dixon looks like he's going to be light years better when he hits the stage in Toronto. And when a guy like Charles Dixon walks the line between fullness and conditioning just right, he's without a doubt one of the toughest guys to handle in the entire 212 division. If you've been sleeping on the men's physique division this year, you probably haven't noticed that we got a handful of guys on the cusp of breaking out and doing something pretty special. And former NPC national standout Leon McCall is one of those guys. Coming off a disappointing misfire way back at the Hawaii Pro, McCall has been out there training like an absolute demon. And a few weeks from now, he'll be looking to let all those frustrations on stage out at the Orlando Europa Pro. Over the weekend, McCall posted a handful of new progress photos showing off a noticeably bigger and sharper looking than we've ever seen from him thus far. And as long as he can keep chiseling away and bringing in the fine details, he seems like a legitimate dark horse who could come in and really shake things up. If you were lucky enough to catch that epic heavyweight title fight between Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko a few weeks ago, you understand just how quickly one solid punch can turn everything upside down. And it looks like Rockel is going to step on the New York Pro stage and come out swinging. Over the weekend, some jaw-dropping new progress photos surfaced of that longtime veteran looking arguably as good as we ever seen him. I don't know what they've got going on over there in Germany right now, but the resurgence we've seen in Rockel's physique over the last 18 months has been nothing short of spectacular. And if an Olympia-caliber Rockel shows up in New York, I really believe that he has a legitimate shot to compete for a win, no matter who else is in that lineup. Researchers estimate that New Zealand is home to about 2,500 native species that you won't find anyplace else on Earth. And I'm not sure if any of them are quite as impressive in person as IFBB superhuman Steve Orton. Last week, some new training videos surfaced of a truly gigantic looking Orton hammering out a set of squats so heavy that I'm surprised it didn't tip the world south on its axis. During last year's rookie campaign, Orton put together a couple of really impressive outings at the Arnold Australia and Chiru Classic, where he showed that he's more than capable of standing in there and trading shots with some of the big boys in the sport. So if he can start to fine-tune the engine and really focus on bringing the details together, I think he's someone who can make some noise at some point here in the very near future. If you go back and look at the list of former NPC Junior USA champions who have gone on to do big things at the pro level, you'll find a veritable who's who of big names in just about every division. And the next big thing to hit the Junior USA scene in the figures division just might be rising prospect Candice Connelly. Over the weekend, Muscle in the Morning was able to get our hands on some exclusive progress photos of the reigning Ohio State champion as she prepares to take her talents to the national stage for the first time later this year. Connelly is coming out of the best offseason of her young career that saw her make some leaps in the overall leg development, along with noticeable improvements in her shoulders and back. If she can just manage to stay the course and concentrate on nailing her conditioning, she's got a legitimate shot to come in and compete for a chance to win the overall figure crown.